sorted after tonight, more than likely. But heading into the first game on Tundra, Jack is AFK with a nice 2-0 lead
Yep.
starting out
We're going to
here.
have Jack as AFK starting here with a double IS-7, S-Conk, double VZ-55, and a CS-63. Whereas from the side of NHF, we got a double IS-7, double S-Conk, VZ-55, and a Batchat 25T. Pretty similar team comps here. Jack is AFK, opting for a little bit mobility in the form of the extra VZ and CS over the Batchat. Which is, I think that's kind of a debate nowadays. The Batchat actually not really able to consistently win the 1v1 against the CS because the CS does have a bit, 2200 HP is a lot for a medium tank. But the Batchat does offer that middle team fight pressure, the fact of its, almost 2000 burst in its clip.
Yeah, the CS, just like you mentioned, the CS will definitely win a 1v1 against a Bat, especially if that CS is HP boosted. 2200 HP, Batchat will just never clip that out. And the problem is like you're saying, if that potato gets into a fight with his Batchat, gets in those 5 shots, maybe is able to turn a fight before the consistent DPM of the CS is actually able to catch up. But having said that, NHF actually was looking to make a south play, and Jack is AFK committed everything to the north. But now they're just going to be swapping. Jack is AFK is rotating south, and NHF's rotating north. So it's like they both know what they're doing, but they both just want to try and cap out without actually being lit.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting there. We're gonna see Call Me Yeah moving through IS-7 here down the 7 line up, well as Attila is IS up the ramp here. Trying to slow take this north area here.
Yeah, and the I-7s did get lit by Oxmathis and vice versa. So Jack is AFK. That's why they're rotating back north. They spotted these double I-7s. The thing is, NHF, they don't know it, but south is completely open.
Yeah.
If they bring those double super conks and play that G2 ridgeline, they can just take away the entire south, put a tank on cap, and force Jack is AFK to push back into him.
Yeah.
But of course, we can see all the tanks, so that's an easy thing for us to point out.
That's one of those casting is 2020 type of scenarios here.
Yeah.
As you can kind of see what's going on, but NHF not really having a great idea of maybe where those tanks are. Brett moving way up the A line up there. He's got a pretty good hold. I think they kind of know what's going on here. So we are seeing an S-Conk take a shot at damage. It's going to be Nova. His S-Conk's taking a shot at damage. Meanwhile, Ali is going to be sliding down the K line here.
Yeah, so they're kind of feeling it out right now. Yeah, Ollie is getting here. He's like, hey guys, I'm not even lit. There's nothing over here, is there?
Yeah.
But at the same time, Nova and his super conks actually rotating out. So Ollie might be able to sneak a shot into Ox here, as he does. Nice.
Actually, kind of nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the defense doesn't really know what's going on here from the offense. They haven't committed anywhere, which I mean isn't too bad yet. You've still got 5 minutes left, but like I said, no commit. And I think they're gonna look to pick off S-Conk here. They're starting to knock down these buildings and try to triangulate Ox's position as we hop on board. Beth is here, playing the one hard cover tank. You can't stay safe here from everything technically. As eventually they may try to move Ali up, start getting this angle onto Ox's S-Conk. He's just going to stay safe right here.
Yeah, and NHF is starting to move south here, bringing out IS-7 into VZ. They do smell that Jack is AFK. Might not be over here, but having said that, Jack is AFK as well, rotating double VZs down to G1. So if this push comes too late from NHF, those double VZs getting in 2,000 damage in quick succession could mean the difference of this game.
They don't have exactly the best setup to bleed this cross here from NHF, but the thing is that counter push is going to be terrifying as they're going to be pushing into, double V's coming in like he's 1,000 damage pretty much instantly, as now we're seeing some tanks cross to get onto the cap.
Yeah, so double cap pressure. The pressure is on Jack is AFK now. They're actually, Kamiya is going to push up, trying to spot out what's going to be happening G1 before it does happen. And we'll have to see how Jack is AFK is able to respond to this, as Brett does take a shot of damage there.
I think yeah DC'd.
I think yeah DC'd.
I think, yep, yeah. Fortunately, you can't call DC. I don't think they saw him DC.
I'm pretty sure they saw him cross. They might just think that he's playing
He
hold
didn't
down
spot
here.
them cross. This is unfortunate.
It is. Hopefully he's able to reconnect back. Wallhacks does take a couple shots as they see Kamiya just sitting here.
Yeah, that is, you hate to see that. As he's
Yeah.
going to take a lot of damage here and dropping down pretty low. They realize that they need to make some sort of a play here while Kamiya is soaking up some damage and not shooting back at them. As Attila now is getting focused out as well and his IS-7 is being set on fire. Here comes Potato and his Batch at 25T. He's going to be moving up in here trying to find some damage, but it's just kind of falling apart. They've lost one of their most important tanks there due to him being AFK. There goes the IS-7s, both IS-7s dropping down at the same time. Potato trying to do what damage he can. Nova sliding up through here, but it's just not going to materialize, as losing that tank was just proven to be way too much here, as it looks like it's going to be Jack as AFK picking up there.
Yeah, very unfortunate because losing that tank definitely meant a lot. They would have had double cap pressure, forcing a play quicker out of Jack as AFK, and of course having another 3,000 HP that's able to fire back. But I mean, yeah, hate to see it, but the way that DCs work is, of course, you can't just call them in the middle of a game, or else you could be like, you could just almost fake a DC if you start losing a match. So
here, going to be able to pick up a kill against Kolma's IS-7, but you know, it's just not possible. Unless he ammo every single tank
with first shot.
With every shot, first shot, yeah.
And also bounces every shot, which he did not do. So big misplay from him, you know, should have really been able to clutch that situation out.
Yeah, that was a clutch or cook kind of moment right there.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
But I mean, that does bring us to match point now. Jack is AFK is up 3-0. And I'm definitely getting vibes of the previous Elevate, honestly. Even though it is a different roster, there's enough of that core to make it where this team is scary to face. And even though Kamiya did DC, it still would have been a close game either way. So sad to see it, but hopefully NHF is able to either get him replaced, get him back in. It looks like they are replacing him. So maybe just his internet went out, just his entire house. If he's completely offline, still offline, I'm sure he's just gone.
Yeah, that is
getting into the potential last match now.
And heading onto your defense here, you know, maybe that they're able to, you know, find another player, kind of like whatchamacallit was last night, like Sussy Baka was able to find another player and just start marching their way back. Maybe they'll be able to find a new player by replacing, and it's gonna be Stored. You know, Stored doesn't have any experience in small format, and as far as Major League goes, played minor league last season with Nova actually. So he's gonna be returning back into the starting roster here, filling in for, you're in the tank picking here very soon, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing some VZs here, as you were mentioning earlier, of them being strong.
Yeah, and we do see Brett is offline as well, so maybe he restarting his game. Oh yeah, he is restarting. It looks like both of the people in chat said it, so they're giving him about a minute and 30 seconds. It looks like to get back in the game. And of course, Jack is AFK is just going to want to finish this off with a nice clean 4-0 and start their season off with 0 battle losses, 2-0 on the series, 8-0 on the battle record. So it would be a great start to the season for a team that supposedly hasn't been scrimming and thought that Rudenberg was in the map pool. So
that was great, to be honest. Like, top tier moment right there, gotta say.
And now we got Coma AFK as well. So maybe they just thought, and we won 3, that's good enough. We can all head to bed now. As yeah, I mean, either way, it's been a pretty good series. Jack is AFK has just shown why they were so dominant in the past, and just that they're just as dominant right now even. So
it seems that the issue causing these restarts is a training room bug that they're trying to get worked out. I'm reading kind of what's going on here. They're trying to get these players all back in now. like that are hopping back in. Probably get started here pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Try and end up the series, and of course, our next match that we will be streaming directly after this one will be Angry Apes taking on FHS, and it'll be both of their teams' first matches of the season. Angry Apes, of course, kind of the last team to barely make it in. They picked up Inadequate and Kabali, and that team, honestly, don't really know what to expect from them. It could just be completely anything. FHS, of course, they I don't think they've actually won a season of Community League. They got close, and Popcorn decided that they would try in the finals and ended up beating out FHS. But FHS has been kind of this top two, top one team for the last, you know, almost a year at this point.
Yeah.
So they're definitely a very strong team, and I'm quite excited to see what they have for us in the next match. But saying that, we are getting into tank picking, so it's about halfway over, and see if NHF is at least able to take a game or two off of Jack is AFK here, or if Jack is AFK is just able to seal the deal now, take the series 4-0, and get on to the next match.
Yeah, now's kind of your your do or die, quite literally. At least they're
Yeah,
on defense. It's not the most dooming of fates, but it's definitely not going to be easy for them.
for sure.
Just doing tank picking. I got my graphics done. They're actually kind of soothing to look. I've seen worse. I've seen way worse.
My graphics are generally quite low. No, once I actually tried to get a streaming PC set up, but I had some technical issues, so hopefully I can get that pretty soon. Um, but yeah, and then if I have that, I can actually crank up the graphics since it won't actually matter in terms of
I don't think I've
being
ever
able to
had any
stream.
streaming issues as far as hardware goes. That's funny because my PC's like 5 years old. Like I can crank it up as far as I want. It has no problem.
I have no idea. Maybe gotta share those secrets.
Yeah.
But getting into potentially last game, Jack is AFK with that 3-0 lead, looking to end it here.
Yep. And Jack is AFK, gonna be repping the double IS7277S Conch VZ55 and hopping back on board with that CS63 and NHF rocking the double IS7 S Conch VZ55 and a Batchat 25T. Actually, something I've seen
Two
a
of
few
them.
teams do. Double Batchat 25T.
Yeah.
Yeah, something I've seen a lot of these teams do with this double Batchat here. It looks like it's not what they're going to be doing. I've seen a lot of teams try to aggressive take north on defense with the double Batchat, and if the other team starts the 2-cap, they push both Batchats across the 1 line and then do a big damage to that. I've seen
User
that
in your channel is
several
recording.
times.
That is quite the strat, as Potato's just taking a bush trying to spot this north, and Nova and his batch hat is just going to be trying to take this J1 K1. So a lot of times you'll see maybe a Kron play down there or a VZ or something like that,
Nope.
but Nova's just like, I want more
Damage.
flip potential. So we'll see how that ends up working.
Rocking up into position here in this Batchat. He does have plenty of tanks here to hurt him. They do push him. Shots aren't. And you don't have the turret armor to really trade with these big heavy tanks here. As now, Stort is moving in. Wallhack's taking a good bit of damage, dropping down to 1825 on the cross here. But he's going to be the only one to take damage. As here comes Captain Jack with 2,550 HP on a 277. Full speed, moving his way into here, trying to trade a shot here with Stort. Coma crossing as well with his turret backward.
Maybe Koma's disconnected.
He would have kept going, I think, if that happened.
Well, Kamiya also stopped when
But
and
he
he
hit the red line.
disconnected.
Hit the red
Well,
line.
his tracks didn't appear to be moving at least, but it does look like he's disconnected. If so, he disconnected in probably the most perfect spot.
Yeah. They're going to be pushing around this corner, trying to aggress onto Stort's position. Looks like Coma is moving now over there, and Captain Jack taking a shot of damage here. This is a tough position to be in. They can pull up and start trading on this corner. Gold has their support, and Stort is able to trade some shots back, but if they overcommit, that's just going to let Batchats... What is it?
Koma's back.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And that's going to allow Supernova to start dumping out damage. Attila taking a shot of damage there in his IS-7 here. As we're seeing a Batchat move north, there on the map. A3 is going to be Potato.
Yeah, and Stord and Captain Jack just kind of teasing each other, looking to get a shot, but Stord
able to
comes
get
out
the
on
best of
top.
him.
And that is really important because those couple of shots would just mean that Nova's able to clip out one of these tanks even easier. So Jack is AFK, bleeding more than NHF this game. And in
So
fact,
one
the
thing you're
HP
going to
is
be
even.
noticing is
So.
Brett is moving his way down here onto the JK line. As soon as he's spotted, that's going to free up Potato there in his bat chat to kind of do whatever he wants. That's the offside tank there for Jack is AFK. As soon as he gets spotted, that's going to let Potato know, hey, look, I can go play anywhere. As long as I don't get caught, and the only tanks that can catch him are significantly slower. So, you know, we'll see what he decides to do with that information. Actually coming in to, maybe, are they looking here?
I would be surprised.
Yeah.
I think they're just kind of waiting here for Jack is AFK to make a move. You know, maybe if they get on the cap, that's when those two tanks of Gold and Potato are going to look to make a move somewhere else. But right now, Jack is AFK. Sure, they own the South, but they need to do something with it. They either need to kill Stord and Supernova, push around the side here, which in my opinion is the strongest move. But of course, we can also see all the tanks. So it's...
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, wall hacks here, just trying to play this hold down. It's not working out super well. This push would end up being kind of a 4v. You've bled a little bit of HP, but it's not like the worst push in the world because you can push across kind of that little land here and divide yourself and kind of make it into a 2-4. But you're gonna have to push in front of those guns of the VZ55 and Badge at 25D, which is could be pretty brutal.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, we're down to 4 minutes remaining. So Jack is AFK, starting to finally make that push.
And here they go. They're going to be making their way up the inside. This is going to prompt a push here from Stord and Supernova. They're going to have to push in. They need to find a kill here onto Captain Jack as soon as possible. He's going to be dropped down to 771. They're coming in from the backfield. They're trying to let Nova get out. Stord just needs to keep going. Captain Jack's going to drop down here, but Supernova gets traded out here. Very good tank blocking there. Wallhack's dropping down to 293. One more shot going to finish his tank off. Stord going to drop another one into Coma there as he's able to get knocked down by Potatoes. Bad chat. VZ55 of Gold is reloading. I don't know if he's going to be able to getting another clip off here, but Wallhack's on 293 HP. One more shot's going to get him down. Gold should have the reload now. He is able to pick up Wallhacks. That's going to make it a 5v3. Attila trying to play through the low ground here. Maril trying to find some damage here, but here comes Mox Mathis around the outside. And he's going to be moving in, slowly dropping his first shot of damage into Attila. Attila trying to get some distance as Brett's just playing Ring Around the Rosie over there with Potatoes, Batchat, and Gold in the VZ55. He's going to be moving around VZ, and he does find him and looking for the ram for the kill, but he's not able to find it as Gold is still alive. Ox Mathis moving in, dropping a shot into Ali's tank. Maril clipping into the back of Ali as well. Ali just trying to get what damage he can. Ox Mathis on 991, and it's looking like NHF is going to pick up their first win of the series, making it 3-1.
Yeah, so I guess Stord was the answer. You know, the second he gets puts in, they end up winning their defense. And it was kind of like what I was talking about. Jack as AFK did have the South, but they needed to try and convert something out of it. And NHF had the perfect response to the push on the H1. And Nova, actually with his very last, or he got his turret damaged right before he went down, and he kind of got spun around, was actually able to hit his last shell even with his turret broken. So... and actually got a kill out of it too. So very, very important kill right there, and a great game from NHF, taking the series 3-1. So not over yet. We're going to see the third map.
Yep. And yeah, we'll hop into the after battle report. Gold doing a lot of damage there in his VZ55, getting 3,800 off, kind of playing that support role there. Ali, you know, holding the high ground there, getting a good bit of damage stored. And Supernova. Supernova was able to get 3 shots of damage off there. Kind of an awkward situation for him. I feel like that there was some pretty good micro play coming out from Jack as AFK, trying to stop that Batchat from kiting around their team. They knew that's what he wanted to do. They were trying to sandwich those tanks there, so ramming them was the only option, and that's what they really tried difficult.
And Coma only with 100 damage, only able to even fire once that game. I actually didn't even notice what happened to him. I was focused on the fight with Nova in the South. So he just got it completely bursted, I guess. And NHF with a very good response there and a solid brawl. I mean, that was just basically a straight up brawl where NHF came out on top. So very, very good for them. And they're also going on to Sand River defense.